working behind the scenes. For any great movie production to be successful, there are usually persons whose jobs are so crucial and so important, yet they are always behind the cameras. Sometimes, they are the least paid in the production set and their names may never appear in the cast. While we sit to enjoy the movie, it is very easy to forget that there were some people doing certain menial jobs such as cooking, fetching water, washing floors and clothes for the artists, thereby contributing in no small measure. Because we do not see these persons, we tend to believe that everything must have just fallen in place on their own. We assume that the cameras suddenly came around and the actors just organized themselves without any hassles and they had all they needed instantly, but we know this is far from the actual reality. Dear friends in Christ, today's gospel dares to make mention of the women who were so solidly behind the success of Jesus' campaign that one can only imagine what sort of ministry Jesus would have had if these women had not worked diligently behind the scenes. Come to think of it, we tend to assume that Jesus was simply walking around with his 12 disciples only, but this was not really the case. Wherever Jesus went to, we are not told if there was anything like offertory by the people. So there needed to be persons responsible for their feeding and accommodation. There were not only 12 disciples accompanying Jesus, there were in fact certain women disciples whose names are not even fully mentioned. See how the gospel passage puts it. Accompanying him were the 12 and some women who had been cured of evil spirits and infirmities: Mary, called Magdalene, from whom 7 demons had gone out, Joanna, the wife of Herod's steward, Susanna, and many others who provided for them out of their resources. Luke 8, 1-3. These were not the richest women in Israel, neither were they the women with the best reputations. But what they did for Jesus and his disciples for the promotion of the gospel remains undeniable. They provided for Jesus out of their own resources. They did not preach themselves, but they made life comfortable for the preachers. Jesus had all the time in the world to devote himself to the work of evangelization and did not have to worry about doing any form of business because he had certain women who would go out to their way to ensure there is food on the table. Dear friends in Christ, we too are called today to support our priests and religious quietly in our own little capacities. For anyone who gives one of these as much as a cup of water because he's a prophet will receive a prophet's reward. May God bless you. It is on this note I wish to acknowledge and thank immensely those who have quietly been encouraging these daily reflections and videos by sending in recharge cards such that I'm able to send as much without worrying about the amount of megabits involved. For this reason, as my own way of giving back, please feel free to share, edit or distribute these daily reflections. No copyrights attached. Good morning. Be happy. Live positive. Have faith. It is well with you.